What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're going to be doing another showcase video of one of the characters that I actually pulled during the 8th anniversary Sugo Fest, being Karissa and Wanda. And you know, it's been quite a while since the anniversary Sugo Fest has come out, and I'm finally getting a chance now to actually go through and talk about one of the legends that I was able to pull. I still also haven't made a video for Kinemon and Denjiro, which I also did pull during the anniversary period, so I expect a video with them probably within the next week or so. But either way, let's start talking about this character, Karissa and Wanda. Now, I remember when this character first came out, I was not a big fan of this character, mainly because they just released the Sulong, Cat Viper, and Dogstorm, both of which are actually very good characters and have that really cool effect to bypass defensive effects, and that is great. And it was really unfortunate that this character was built a little bit differently, but you know, as time has progressed, we've actually seen that, you know, this character, even though this character is not built the way that we thought or wanted the character to be built like, the character still has a lot to like about them. You know, they've got lots of good things going for them. So let's go ahead and start talking about it. So you've got Karissa, who is a quick character, and you've got Wanda, who is a dex character, and through all forms of this character, they are Slasher and Cerebral. I hate it when dual units switch their classes. It's annoying. So this character being Slasher Cerebral the entire way through is a big positive in my personal opinion. And then in their dual form, they give you -2 cooldown, they give an attack boost to Fighter, Slasher, Striker, Cerebral, and Powerhouse characters by 2.25. So if a character has both of those two classes, it's a 2.25 multiplied by 2.25, which is great. So it ends up being 4.8 to 4.9 times attack boost, which is great. Also making quick and dex slots beneficial to those classes, and does 100,000 fixed damage to all enemies at the end of each turn in their dual form captain, so allowing you to get around resilience mechanics, which is awesome. And also, when you reach stage 3, it reduces the special cooldown of all characters by 2 turns. Really interesting that they do that. A very fast captain. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it would be kind of interesting if they just decided to, you know, just give it be a -4 cooldown as a captain. I think probably would have worked too. But also, it's kind of interesting because, you know, you just get more cooldown when you reach that stage. So if you end up using a special on a previous stage, you can just get their special charge maxed out. It's a very odd mechanic, but it's really cool nonetheless. And then, of course, you've got their special ability itself to become the actual dual form. And this special is also pretty solid, so it's a multi-stage special, and it's really weirdly designed because stage 1, if you completely max level limit break, or not level limit break, but limit break expand the character, it goes to 3 turns. A 3-turn cooldown at stage 1, but then stage 2 is 14-turn cooldown, so it's a pretty big discrepancy between stage 1 and stage 2. But stage 1 being a 3-turn cooldown that gives you 100% defense reduction, -1 cooldown to the classes that they boost, Fighter, Slasher, Striker, Cerebral, Powerhouse, it makes their own attacks ignore damage reducing barriers and buffs for 1 turn, so basically they become like a Cat Viper, Dogstorm kind of character for 1 turn when you launch their special, but it's only for themselves, so, you know, be that as it may. And they also give you a 2x all boost to Fighter, Slasher, Striker, Cerebral, Powerhouse characters for 1 turn, a 2x all boost, so that's great. And then they obviously become their dual form for 1 turn in their stage 1 special. And then of course, if you reach stage 2, you get these same effects of, the defense reduction, but the special cooldown is going to be 3 turns of special cooldown, which is fantastic. One of the only characters in the game that does a mass special cooldown 3 turns is ridiculously good. They also have a crewmate ability that resists special reverse completely, so using them as a crewmate is going to be a huge positive. They also make their own attacks ignore the damage negating abilities and barriers for 3 turns instead when you use their special as stage 2, and they also give you a 2.5 times all boost to those classes for 1 turn when you use their stage 2 special. So this character as a sub is pretty phenomenal actually, because they give an orb boost, a very substantial orb boost to 5 of the 8 classes in the game, which is ridiculous. I mean, defense reduction is always nice, and -3 cooldown is just ridiculously good, and the fact that they completely resist special reverse as well, it's awesome. They've got access to some pretty decent support characters out there as well, being both Wanda and Karissa. They've got pretty good classes as well, being Slasher and Cerebral. There's just a lot to like about this unit. And then of course this character is a dual unit with a super swap, so the base switch effect will change their own slot, including block, into matching. They remove all of their despair, slot bind, and paralysis completely on themselves, and they also give themselves a 2x attack boost for 1 turn. So their base swap is not too bad. If you're using them as a captain, the fact that they completely resist despair with their swap is awesome, but it does mean that using them as a sub, that switch is not the greatest. But their super switch is amazing because it gives themselves the matching slot through block slots, as per usual, the same utility of despair, slotbind, and paralysis, but then they boost the attack of fighter, slasher, striker, cerebral, and powerhouse by 2x for 1 turn. So you got a unit with their base switch effect that can give you a 2x attack boost, guaranteeing them a matching slot, and they also give your crew the 2.5x orb boost. So this character by itself can be a 2x attack and a 2.5 orb boost, which is great, as well as resisting a lot of special reverse and reducing the enemy's defense. So I think this is going to be a really great asset moving forward for a lot of different teams. I think mainly this character is going to see a lot of play in cerebral-based teams, especially, you know, with the latest release of Super Tandem Law. This character can slot in quite perfectly with him, and I mean, other characters such as like the super class Crocodile, who was also the very first super cerebral character. This character partners up very well with him, especially because Crocodile himself is an attack booster. So you've got this character which with their special ability can provide an orb boost to a lot of different classes, and specifically cerebral because they themselves are cerebral. So I really do dig this character, honestly. And it's kind of interesting because when this character first came out, as I said at the start of the video, this was a character I was really, I wouldn't say I was upset with, but I was definitely not very excited to really get my hands on this unit. And of course, when Grand Voyage got released, this character is quintessential for clearing the level 5 Captain Morgan version of Grand Voyage. So if you lack this character, you're not going to be able to complete level 4 or level 5, I believe, because this is the only Dex slasher in the game that has the hunger removal in their limit break ability, which is just absurd to think about, that they've built the content in such a way where if you don't have this one unit, you literally cannot beat it, which I think is really, really poor. I think they really need to up the creativity in Grand Voyage team builds, but either way, just talking about this character themselves, I'm relatively impressed. And the fact that they actually provide an attack boost to so many different classes, it's very reminiscent of when, you know, V1 and V2 Katakuri first came out, where when you look at the captain ability, it is a little bit strange in the way that it is designed, but the amount of characters that they actually have access to is pretty substantial, and the fact that their captain ability does give a very solid attack boost, heaps of cooldown reduction, so you can really not have to worry about using their, you know, specials or stalling for specials, that is, and the fact that they also provide a little bit of matching slots with their captain ability, and also the fact that they do end of turn damage in their captain ability, which means that, you know, you can really build interesting teams with this character and, you know, really not have to worry about certain debuffs. Like if you get 1 turn of special reverse, you know, even as a captain, this character is a multi-stage special. You can just get away with using a stage 1 special, which will still reduce the cooldowns of all your characters of those classes, and off you go. If they have resilience, their dual captain effect can deal with it. There's just lots to like about this unit, and I think that this character moving forward might see a lot of actual niche usage. So that's my you know, thoughts and opinions on this character. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts and opinions about Kara and Wanda down below in the comment section. But that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.